Good night. Also, yes, this totally has to go in. If we have Ancestral Recall, there's no way we're not playing it. That has to go in there. So I don't know if I'm going to run into another enemy who's playing blue anytime soon, so in case I don't, Red Elemental Blast and Pyro Blast I'm taking out. I would love to, especially if I can have Dual Caster Mage, copy the Ancestral Recall. Then I get to draw 6 cards instead. I would really love to do that, in fact. So yeah, anyways, I have 3 bolts. Oh, I didn't realize I still had 2 Phantasmal Images lying around. So I do have 2. What sorceries could I possibly want here? I'm gonna look and see if there's actually anything good to get rid of artifacts and enchantments. This gets, well, everybody chooses an artifact, creature, enchantment, and a land to keep, and then sacrifices the rest. Destroy all enchantments. All black creatures. That would be nice to take into the Black Castle, perhaps. Oh, just destroy all creatures. Exile 2 target artifacts. Destroy target artifact. Okay, I believe we're still looking at. We're still in the sorceries. Destroy an artifact or enchantment with converted mana cost 4 or less. Any white permanent. Exile any white permanent. 6 mana, though. Not sure if they're even going to have cards in hand by that point in the game. Exile 1 artifact or enchantment for 3. At sorcery speed. Put target creature into its owner's library for second from the top. Its controller gains 3 life, but yeah, for 1 mana, just temporarily remove the creature. Still a really good deal. Exile an artifact or enchantment. Destroy an artifact or enchantment and gain 4 life. Search your library for any equipment card to put into your hand. 3 damage to a non-white creature. If you have less life than an opponent, gain 6 life. And if you have fewer creatures than an opponent, create 3 1/1 white soldiers. For each player, you choose from among the permanents that player controls an artifact, creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker for them to keep, and then they sacrifice everything else. You basically just, for each of those permanent types that are listed, choose, like, the worst of those permanent types for them to keep, and you can keep your best ones. I could maybe just take that if I'm offered, like, any sorcery for just doing a quest. If I can... Okay, so if I can defeat a Sedge Beast, then I can have any sorcery. I guess I'll be attempting that then. Now I have to just find one. Not before something else finds me first. There's one here. Oh right, I'm not starting at like 100 life anymore. That other stream, that was just absolutely mental. Sure. See if this sticks around for a turn cycle. Okay. I'm gonna do Strip Mine, destroy the Godless Shrine, actually. I'm gonna make my own Alicia. It would have been nice to have this show up, like, opening hand. Now I'm only gonna see it when I have like 2 cards left in my hand. I forgot to take this out. Okay, that's definitely a way to get the 7 cards. Animate dead. I mean, of course that's gonna resolve. And since I have 7 cards again, I'm just gonna draw off the library. Out of them back at 7 cards, apparently. And I even have Ancestral Recall in here, by the way. I guess I'll just hit for 3. Gonna recast. Oh, we're gonna do Animate Dead. Oh, I'm gonna be taking the 2 damage. Anyways, so yeah, he still has something to remove my creature. I'll just cast this instead. Pass. More removal. Staple to a creature. And Sedge Troll. I'll just draw another card. I'm gonna do Bolt to the face here. I probably should play a creature. Okay, let's just draw 3 cards. So he's still at 1 point of life here. There's no... Yeah, this is gonna hit for sure. Okay, if I... Oh, I can regenerate target elephant. Extra gold. I'm already swimming in gold, by the way. I am now rewarded with any sorcery of my choosing. Do I just take this because it's really good at wiping the board? You know, just say my opponent just played a bunch of creatures, a bunch of artifacts, or a bunch of any other card type. I'll just make them keep their worst one, and I'll keep, like, my best card of each type. Yeah, I get to pick for each player with that. I get to pick, like, what each player keeps. But yeah, 5 mana to cast this, though. I don't know, it just always feels, like, really solid to play this in, like, limited formats and whatnot. This always just feels like a solid enough card to play if you can consistently get to 5 mana if the games aren't too fast. I mean, if the game is over by then yeah, obviously play something else. But if the games are slow enough, then feel free to give it a try. How is this worth only 150 gold at Tolarian Academy? Not too long, we should be at like 20,000 gold in not too long. If I just keep selling stuff I don't plan to use. Okay, that's another card that can hate on artifacts and enchantments if I need that. That's definitely another way to do it. I have Ancestral Recall, so what am I going to be even doing with Tidings anymore? Tidings is okay, I guess, but Ancestral Recall obviously just blows that out of the water. I have so many other good ways of gaining life. I shouldn't need Ivory Tower. I mean, back in like the mid-90s, that probably was one of the best ways to just consistently gain lots of life. For decks that can just keep like a lot of cards in their hand. But yeah, like even in like 2016, like gaining life got a lot easier to do than just like Ivory Tower. I don't think I'm gonna be playing any elephants at this point. That sells for 1,280 gold. If I have enough mana to just spend a lot of mana on X, then yeah, this is then a good. This would be a crazy good card. That's why I'm still gonna keep it for the time being. I guess I'll sell the Thundermare for 200, and the Pride of the Clouds. I don't think I'm gonna be playing those at this rate. Yeah, I had plenty of planes to spare. I can let some go. Sell for 30. I'll sell one. Now I'm at 20,000 gold exactly. So something about a World Magic if I go to Unicorn's Haven, which is all the way up here. That is very far off. I haven't dueled one of these yet, so I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna give this a go. That's a really nice starting hand. Even if maybe I start having trouble, like, finding land, Ancestral Recall is just surely going to help me catch back up in that sense. I'll take one. Okay, and then I just drew the Library of Alexandria. I mean, I can just draw one card a turn. So this also has haste. I'll bolt this. I'll pass. Another one of these. I'll just draw another card, sure. Bolt. Pass. Okay. I'm just gonna make a copy of this. I'll draw 3 cards now. Deal 2 damage to something. I have plenty of lands already. I don't need to have more. Okay, then. For each player, you choose a creature for them to keep. Tragic Arrogance. I'm gonna leave you with that token. Keep the token. Archangel of Foon. They're starting to really run low on cards here, by the way. Pass. And they're pretty much out of cards now. I'm just gonna keep drawing. Copy Archangel of Foon, attack. 2 Archangel triggers, because I do have 2 of them. Cast a Delver's Secrets and pass. Sure. Draw another card. I'll take 2. I mean, I just gained like 5 life earlier, so it's fine. Yeah, Library pretty much just carried me that entire game. I must have drawn at least like, what, 7, 8 cards, if not more, over the course of the game just from that one land. Where is this exactly? Something's under attack. Where is it? It's over here. Unicorn Sanctum is right there. I'm gonna see if I believe I could just run there if I'm fast enough. I mean, especially if I burn through a green amulet, then I can run even faster. I'm pretty much already pulling up in front of the Sanctum. Trade a red amulet for black cards. This is the one who wants to take the Sanctum. Okay, he has the 1/1 vanilla goblin. Let's try this hand. Go. I'll just counter this. I'll counter that too. Nothing really good to copy right now. It's just like 2/1/1 creatures. Really nothing worth copying at the moment. I'm gonna get rid of the Goblin King. I have like no good creatures to get on the board with. I'm not drawing anything. I guess this is probably the best I can do on such short notice. I guess that's the best I'll be able to do. Pass. I'm gonna block it? Okay. I'm gonna, because I pay life to activate this, I'll set it to not auto tap. Land. Ancestral Recall. Okay, well, how much? Hold on. Dual Caster Mage. Copy Ancestral. I just drew 6 cards. We're back in it. We are so back. Never mind. You just probably top deck that Lightning Bolt. Probably literally top deck that too. Okay, if I need some red amulets, but that's not. I'm not currently looking for red amulets though. I'm not looking for that. Well, it's at least something to now make up for the now missing aerial responder, because I lost that to Anti. I'm gonna go for it. I mean, I have plenty of lightning bolts to spare anyways. I mean, I do have the library to just draw cards off of. Hopefully I can just find my lands that way. Yeah, looks like that's gonna work. Nothing to cast though, so I have to discard something. Voltaic Key, sure. I have to discard again. Sure. Oh, never mind. I had to use the library first. Okay, Frogmite. 6/2. So draw. Helix, this Frogmite. And then pass. I'll just counter that creature. Sure, let's just draw some cards. Nothing to worry about. Where was this dungeon again? East of Aloran Spire now. Alright, so whereabouts exactly is this thing? I would only lose one card if I failed. I get at least, yeah, Taiga. It's a dual land, but not in, like... It's only one of the colors that I'm running. I'm not running green. And I lose literally, like, just one card that's a common if I fail. Alright, so let's attempt to free this city. He's gonna start with a 1/1 vanilla. Okay, so he's down to like only 2 cards in his hand. But yeah, Mox Emerald and Mox Ruby, so if he just plays a land, then I can just cast something for 3 mana on like just the second turn of the game. Pass. Dark Confidant. Pass. So I'm gonna get hit with that bolt, I see. Come on. Mirran Crusader. Hopefully he sticks around. That is fine, actually. Abrupt Decay, Sol Ring. That is actually fine. There we go. And now I have the color I'm missing, so... Let's go. I'm countering this thing. Yeah, if I need to throw a lightning bolt at something. I'll just hit him with this. I don't feel so good about being on, like, just 8 life, though. It's pretty low. Demonic Tutor. Bolt. Alright, there goes all that's all my creatures gone. That's all of them gone. That's every last one. Pass. Become Elemental. I want to block this thing. Okay. And now I gotta deal with a 5/6 Tarmogoyf. And now I have to figure out how I'm gonna deal with that right there. I can just throw 2 burn spells at it. But if he has another one, then what can I do? Absolutely nothing if he has another. We'll just hope he can't find another. Goblin Guide. Well, now I know what my next draw is gonna be. Pass. Become Elemental, and then block the Goblin Guide. Okay, good. Dark Confidant again. Decline. Pass. Grim Flare. And Scavenging Ooze. That came in way too late. That's gonna come in way too late. I don't know, I needed my luck to actually be, like, I don't know, good. My luck was anything but good. My luck was kind of anything but. Yeah. It was really anything but good. That whole game. Oh yeah, my starting life total is going down. Of course it is. I had a mana link on one of those villages that I just lost, so... yeah, that means my starting life total thus goes down by 1. Oh, now I can find the library. Oh, now I can find it. Draw. Alright. I'll bolt this guy. Sure. 2 damage to something. Sure. I guess just something that can hit artifacts and enchantments that's not Oblivion Ring. Your ante, strip mine, wizard's ante, what are the foothills? If I leave and re-enter, changes what he's got for ante, but no, I still have to ante strip mine if I want to go through with this. I can literally just exit re-enter just to try and... yeah, because I can literally just change what the opponent's got for ante every single time I do this. Okay, maybe I'll actually draw like a really good hand this time. He mulligans to 6. And he starts with a Fire Drake. Pass. Sure. Okay, at least I got an extra card in my hand. Nice. I can literally just draw 3 cards for 1 mana. But anyways, we're gonna have to just... yeah, finish this up quickly, ideally. Yeah, that 15 life can go away like really quickly. Anyways, pass. I'll counter, so let's at least counter that. Play Sol Ring. And pass. I don't think that messes me up, really. Two. And then Phantasmal Image to copy this. And hopefully that will just set me up to win the game. I gotta just pass. Terminate one of them. And crash the game. And that somehow crashed the game. When did I last save exactly? I don't think it was that long ago. I'm at 19 life. Yeah, it really wasn't that long ago. I think I literally just saved just before doing that duel. So will it still be strip? Mine? Yes, it will be. Still have the same card up for ante. Yo. And then he's gonna get that start on me. What shall we do? So I don't have a turn. I definitely don't have a turn 1 play unless I do Sol Ring. Pass. I'm at 11 already. And that is a... thankfully it's small. For now. I don't know, I need to be able to get rid of something. Sure. We're gonna do... I think we're gonna do... I gotta get rid of something, but what will it be? I think it's gonna be the Brothers of Fire. I was definitely thinking on that one. I hope I made the right choice, by the way. I really, really hope I did. Now I gotta hope this can actually stick around. He just passed. That's a good sign, he just passed. Do I even bother casting anything? of want to keep mana up for like a mana leak or something. Okay, we'll do that. Bolt. Anyways. Oh, this can also attack too. It's got vigilance. Flying. His creatures aren't flying, and this has vigilance, so it won't tap. Let's do that. Pass. Thrun the Last Troll. Can't be countered. No sense in mana leaking that, because it's not going to work. Can't even counter it. Can't target it with any spells or abilities, and it can just, for 2 mana, regenerate itself. Yeah, safe to say this thing is probably not going anywhere. There's not really many ways to get rid of one of these things. Well, that's only a 2/3, we should just Lightning Helix it, the Goyf. Okay, I'm at 16 life. I'll play a land, I guess, and then pass it on back. That is fine. Oh, back to me. We saved the city. And won some cards. Whoops. So, I believe I won a Gaia's Cradle. Maybe I won some other cards? I don't remember Lux Cannon being in my collection. I must have won that off the Drakkar as well. Anyways, Lux Cannon sucks, so just sell it. Red Sun Zenith deals X damage to any target. If a creature dealt damage this way would die this turn, exile it instead. And can reshuffle itself back into my deck. 7 mana to cast this thing. 6 damage divided amongst any number of target creatures, but for 7, by the way. I don't think I'm gonna have time necessarily to get to 7 mana most of the time. I don't even think we'll get to 7 mana a lot of the time. I mean, even if we're like specifically building around it, still, I don't know if I can make it consistently happen. I'm looking at the red castle and asking myself if I maybe want to throw my hand at it. I'm also looking at the blue cards because maybe I want to grab some copies of Blue Elemental Blast to assist me in dealing with the red castle. Yeah, the 1 mana blue instant that destroys any blue permanent or counters a blue spell. Except now I gotta walk to that town. I mean, at least with those, I can run a little bit faster. I'll still take some green amulets, but I would just much prefer that they were white ones. Like the ones that literally just let me immediately teleport to the city that's being attacked. Like if it's on the opposite end of the map, not even the green amulets will be like viable in getting there in time. I just really wish those were white amulets. I misclicked. Pass. Okay. Pass. I think at this point I'm just gonna draw the 3 cards. Looks like I'll have to discard something at the end step. Just attack again. Pass. Discard again. Should have actually played a land. I'll definitely do it now. What a game. What a weird game that was. Yeah, I saw, like, Black Lotus was one of the dungeon treasures, so I just wanted to take the dungeon clue. If I could potentially be playing for a Black Lotus. And I guess also, for free, we can look at the deck of any green creature together. For free. Great Druid, that would be like the end boss of the green castle. Summoner is like the green enemy who we can't bribe. That's the elephant with the tokens. You've already seen me duel him a bunch. Let's look at the Great Druid. How many Dungrove Elders do we have in here? One, I see, like, I think 2 of those. Probably plenty of Landworn Finhorn Elves. These lands make 2 green each. They come in tapped. They can only tap twice. Channel. Card draw. Ulamog, Kozilek, and Emrakul. All 3 of the Eldrazi Titans are in here. Priest of Titania, at least 3 copies. Elvish Archdruid, at least 2 copies. No, 3 copies. Of course, Black Lotus. Some Thran Dynamos to also further help with ramp. To also help with ramp. Gaia's Cradle. At least 2 of those. Fast Bond, play any number of lands on each of your turns. Rofellos, at least 2 of these to further help with ramp to power these out. More Forest from Skyshroud Claim. Card advantage and card selection in Sylvan Library. Okay, we have to, that's another game that's another game ender right there. Oh, 3 Rofellos. Oh no, that's gonna be really scary. That's a really scary looking deck. If he just casts, like, any of these Eldrazi Titans, it's probably GG. Especially if he gets the Emrakul. Then, if he gets the Emrakul, then it's pretty much already a done deal. If he gets to that. I could take any instant by just defeating an Enchantress. Okay, I got one that I might actually want to get back. That I had earlier, but lost it when the game crashed. That was like when the game crashed and it didn't save for like the past like hour and 45 minutes, so I lost. All that gameplay was undone. Both the good and the bad. Tundra. Pass. Sure. Okay, something with hexproof. To just slap a bunch of auras on. I'm just gonna, like, not let that thing resolve in the first place. Sure. gonna just make a second copy of this guy. Pass. Let's get that mountain out of the deck, I suppose. Sure. Oh, something else. Alright. +1/+1 for each enchantment that she controls. Revoke existence on the helmet. Pass. Another Spirit Dancer. Again, that came in pretty late, the library. I don't think at this point we're getting back to 7 cards. I don't think that's quite happening at this rate. Rancor. All he needed to do now was just remove this, and then attack with everybody. Zephyr Haven is where. But first, let me take my reward, and then look to see. Yeah, I do actually want an entrapment maneuver back. I mean, especially if I have Sol Ring, so I could just produce extra colorless mana off that, and potentially be able to cast the thing as early as turn 2 instead of turn 4. Now let's just say if I need to get rid of something that can't be targeted by any means. This could technically do it. That could address something that I can't target. And just make a bunch of free 1/1s. Depending on how big whatever I get rid of is. I mean, yeah, something has to go. There's only one more mana more expensive than Exile, and, well, honestly, it depends on exactly, like, what attacks. If only, like, one big creature attacks, then that's perfect. If multiple creatures attack, then obviously, like, whoever I target this with, they'll just sacrifice their worst creature, and this will barely do anything. Like, only if they're attacking with, like their singular best creature can I just really blow them out with this. That is really far away, isn't it? Don't even know if I'll be able to run there fast enough to save it. I doubt that I could actually run there and be fast enough. Especially if I'm not even going in that direction. I didn't even think I'd be able to run I wasn't even expecting, seeing how far off it was. I don't think I'd actually be able to run to that in the first place. Don't even imagine I would have been fast enough to, like, sprint there anyways, before the Vampire Lord took it over. I guess I'll just keep attacking for 1 damage a pop. Counterspell, sure. There we go. I don't know why that took so long to find an instant or sorcery to transform this thing. No clue why it took so long. Okay. I'm gonna try this hand as well. Oh, I actually have plenty of lands in here. Hopefully I didn't play the wrong land. Okay, we're still definitely fine here. I don't know, just waiting to see, like, who's gonna make the first move here. I guess I will just wait for him to make the first move. And I still, if I need to counter something, I can do that next turn as well. Alright, let's play another Mantis Rider. Never mind. He's low on cards and life. Another counter spell. I just milled 12 cards. Eight left. Let's see what he top decks. It's okay, it's just barely, like, not gonna be good enough. He top decked the Tome Scour and I had 8 cards still in my deck, so he only got to take off, like, the top 5. And then I just finished them off. I can get one of my mana links back that way. Unicorn Sanctum, he said? That's not too far away, is it? Oh, now I actually have to go there. I just accepted a mission, so I have to go there now. We kind of just already accepted that was going to happen, and now my life total's gone down to 18. I had a mana link there, and now that is lost too. Let's try this. Hopefully you get to stick around. Alright, let's just mill like a... Just like that, let's mill 8 cards. Just so that won't continue to make me mill cards every time he plays a land. Okay. So how many cards are even left in my deck at this point? 16. So, in other words, not too many. Another crab. Forest or Plains card. I have to go into Tundra. Pass. Sol Ring. At least that crab's not gonna mill me any more cards. 10 left in my deck. Pass. Oh, there we go. Pass. Okay, we're good. So I gotta get here. It's right there, by the way. I am not doing this duel. No, thank you. Okay, that's not a card I was playing, at least. Trade red amulet for black cards. My life total's gone back up to 19. Alright, so we're back at this same... Yeah, this same town that I was at earlier, funnily enough. Where's the... Oh, all the way down here. Actually, let me see if I can be fast enough to do this one. Down here I'm gonna go for. Let me just keep running. I really hope I actually make it now that I've invested 2 amulets and 2 green amulets into this. Right there. I'll duel her on the way, I guess. I'll helix that thing. Can I do something in response? Before the aura is attached to the creature, I'm going to bolt it. Archangel of Thune, pass. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Endless Worm unless you sacrifice an enchantment. There's one here. So far, apparently, that's the only one I see. Ooh, Trample. Okay, actually perfect. And now that's just gonna get sacrificed. Actually, perfect. All according to plan. Well, it's already, like, big enough. Well, everything's already big enough for me to just win the game anyways. Yeah, this is where I was trying to run to. Before I got sidetracked. Right here. I might be tempted to go for that if I can actually save the village. I have to anti-Mirror Crusader. I could win a Brainstorm, though, if this goes right. So what did she do with Shapeshifter that killed it? Choose a number between 0 and 7. Power is equal to the last chosen number, and its toughness is equal to 7 minus that number, and she picked 7. Why would you pick 7? It's just going to become a 7-0 and die on arrival. Yeah, if you pick 7, that's a 7-0 then, and then, yeah, it's just instantly going to die. Alright, less work for me. Makes my job easier. Yeah, less work for me, that's for sure. Okay, we got a force field. Lose only 1 life to an unblocked creature. I'll pass. Interesting. I'll Flame Slash this right here. Play a Mantis Rider. And then we'll only do 2 damage here instead of 5. She can just do double Force Field. Okay. She tapped everything to play that stunt double. So here she's gonna take the full damage. Okay, just immediately pass. That's what I want to be seeing. Counter spell. And I pretty much tapped out to do that. Again, only 2 damage instead of 5. Morphling. Tapped out again to cast this, so I'm gonna bolt it. She's at 8. Draw off the library. Might as well play another land and then just pass it back. Another stunt double. I'll mana leak this one. And looks like that'll be it. Okay, I got a Brainstorm. That's always nice. Free card. Because, yeah, there are some really good colorless cards I could just pick to add to my collection. Save. Let's find a Forest Dragon, just quickly beat him up then. I'll find an Enchantress instead. upkeep. Again, we have the library in here, so this should be all but assured victory. Sure. Rancor. I'm gonna counter this thing. Actually, I'll still just pass. Do I really want to copy that? There's definitely better things to be copying. Let's fetch again. I'll play this. And then pass. Okay, so it's just a 2-2. Things could be so much worse. Okay, that's starting to get pretty good here. I'm gonna have to let this hit me at least once. And she gets some life back. Tragic arrogance, revoke existence. I'm gonna point that at the Daybreak Coronet. I'm not able to block this guy anyways. She can't block him either, so yeah. I might still be dead. Oh, I can block. I have to, though. I have to block. Oh, wait, apparently he's got first strike. I'm just... Is there anything else I could do? Probably not. Oh, I think I actually have it still. I believe I still have it. Bolt to the face. Dual caster. Copy bolt. Copy the bolt also to the face. And then this just attacks for the last bit of damage. Still looking for that forest dragon, and I'm not seeing it anywhere. Aminax's Forge is right here again. I can literally just do that immediately if I want. Still looking for that forest dragon is not showing up. We're going to be dueling the shapeshifter first at this rate. We're going to be doing that before anything else, surely. So can I just get it over with? Because, again, I don't really want to lose any more villages. If I lose those, and because I probably have mana links at them, I lose, like, little bits and pieces of my starting life total as well. That's definitely playable. It looks to be very much playable. Any fetch can get me to, like, any of the colors that I might happen to be missing. Let's try this and pass. Force field. Pass. Brainstorm. Yep. Sol Ring. Force field ain't gonna do much when I'm just swarming the field with tokens. But anyways. We're just gonna still pass it back. Keep my instants and sorceries ready. Maze of Ith. Gains +1, -1. Helix. This is going to work out perfectly. Now I'm back to 7 cards in hand. So now I can draw off of the library turn after turn, now that I'm back to 7. Okay, now how are we gonna... we gotta figure out how to clear this out. Except she's actually tapped out, so this isn't gonna be a problem. Except she already used up all her mana, didn't leave anything open, so she could just flicker and the Etherling just exile it before it could, like, do anything. Before I could do anything to get rid of it. Yeah, let's just say I targeted with, like, any spell or ability to try and get rid of it. You can just pay 1 blue to, like, exile it until the end of the next turn. So, yeah, like, basically, the removal spell does nothing. Thing just comes right back, as if nothing happened. Okay, that's a 4/4 right now. Activate to give a double strike. If I bolt, because there's like 2 mana open from that Sol Ring on my opponent's field, Shapeshifter can just give it pro red. I don't think I want to swing into this. Clever Impersonator copying. Well, I only lose a 1/1 creature if I do that. Fast effects, activate. This is still attacking, right? I got this in the way here. I have creatures with first strike, and a lightning bolt to just throw at the Archangel. Yeah, we're just gonna throw a lightning bolt there. Double strike. Vigilance. I'm gonna do Entrapment Maneuver. Oh, I have to target... oh, right, I target the player, not the creature. unsurprisingly. She is at 1 life. Revoke existence, exile the Wormcoil Engine, so it's not going to get the death trigger. Again, we've saved this town for the 2nd time this stream. Still looking for that forest dragon, but we're going to find instead this Prismat. That's a different kind of dragon, but we'll just go for it for the hell of it. Starts with, and he has a random fairy dragon. Keep. Yeah, as soon as I saw the library, it was like a no-brainer to keep that hand. Black Lotus. I'm just gonna spend it on a random effect instead of like anything that's going to really help. Instead of anything that's gonna guarantee a victory for him. Yeah, a lot of the random effects are just useless things like, if, for example, changing the color of a card with no real strategy behind it. With no real, like, reason to actually change the color. Oh, it's still red, but why does that even matter? But why should I care that it's still red? Could be red, could be green, could be anything. What does it matter for, though? Pass. Let's draw another card. Mantis Rider. Attack. Never mind, Swords to Plowshares. Let's try and play another creature now. Another Swords to Plowshares. So if I were to target anything, yeah, the dragon can now just sacrifice the land to give any creature Shroud. Prismat plays another random effect. Bloodlust. Okay, I don't want to take 5 damage. I just want to see... Maybe the dragon won't sacrifice any lands. I don't know, I didn't want to take 5 damage. I might as well also just get some value out of Dual Caster Mage while I cast them. Might as well copy that Bolt. I'm gonna Bolt here. Let's just send the copy at Sylvan Safekeeper. Get that off the board. Okay, now I'm starting to do some real damage. Flame Tongue Kavu. When it enters, does 4 damage to any creature. We're gonna do draw. I'm just gonna copy the Kavu with Phantasmal Image, and then that's gonna kill the original. Pass. Mana Leak. This thing. Oh, 1 mana Wild Nacatl, also 1 mana 3/3. Helix. Now I gotta just do 1 more damage. Alright, kill him with Kavu. I won the card with the random effects that I'm never gonna want to play. Actually, when I spent 3 mana, I wanted to actually, like, just get me closer to winning. I don't want it to be just, like, literally like playing a slot machine. And where is this forest dragon? It's running away from me. Stop running away! There we go. The forest dragons who inhabit the domain of the mighty green wizard tremble in fear of your visage. Will you accept tribute for your mercy? So that means I've defeated enough of these guys. That's what happens when you beat enough of them. No, it just has me duel them anyways. I believe there's still, there's still an option to duel him anyways. I mean, I was going to either way because... Keep hand, I was going to do this regardless. As I need to do that to actually win my reward. Okay, Dungrove could be problematic, potentially. Oh, that only gets power toughness for forests like I would control. I should have just copied this first and then attacked. I could have gotten like 3 extra damage in that way. Okay, now I got even more forests coming in. Play this tapped. Pass. Oh, still not attacking. These are all 6/6s, but none of them fly or have reach. I have 2 Mantis Riders and a Lightning Bolt. I just fly over those giant tree folk and win the game anyways. Well, I guess we'll duel somebody else on the way back. Tusk Guardian keeps his hand of 7. I keep mine 2. I like what's in here. I really do like what's in here. Okay, Night Token. I'll just pass. I'll counter this. Okay, that gets... Okay, that has power toughness each equals the number of creatures he controls, so before he gets to too many creatures... Before there's too many creatures on the board, I'm going to just... wipe that out. I guess I'll just pass again. Land card. I'll just draw 3 cards. Oh. Well, might as well not even have me go through the trouble of picking if it's my only creature. He's gonna make another token. Another land card. Might be in trouble here. I could be in trouble. Entrapment maneuver of my own. A block like that, and I'll go to 6. Another land. Are you kidding me? I got another land card. Because I don't really think I can do much else right now. That is probably really the best I can do. Copy of Centaur tokens. Apparently the best I can do. More tokens. By the way. Well, I have to block. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do here. I don't even think I can do much else. Enter tapped. Parallel lives. Okay. I forgot to take this out. Tapped. Of course there's gonna be more tokens. Become elemental. And then just go to block this. This came way too late. That came so late it wasn't even funny. Become elemental, and then I'll swing with this for 4. I'm really trying here. Overrun. It could have been a lot worse. Of all the cards I end up losing... Yeah, it could have been way worse. There's much worse... There's so many other cards I'd rather not lose. I just lost a random common. A decent common, but still. I'm literally just gonna replace it with Aura of Silence, I guess. Something else that just deals with artifacts and enchantments. We'll just literally do that. And should still be fine. And Rafika the Menu is looking nice, even though I'm not playing green. Colorless cards are my choice. There's non-artifacts. Pretty much all the Eldrazi stuff that has no color. Except there's not really anything I that badly want in here. Oh, I also kind of forgot about Ghostfire. The original Ghostfire. I forgot they had Thought Not Seer in this game. Well, this modded version of the game. Void Winnower is also here. Well, I know they have Umezawa's Jitte. I've played Umezawa's Jitte before. Quite possibly one of the best equipment cards that was ever printed. I'd say, like, possibly because that title could also go to things like Skull Clamp. That could also go to Skull Clamp, so that's why I'm saying possibly. Destroy all white permanents. Okay, but I'm playing white, so maybe it wouldn't be, like, in my best interest to be running this. Enchant equipment. At the beginning of your upkeep, if enchanted equipment is attached to a creature, destroy that creature. I'm not playing black, and most of the time my opponents aren't even playing equipment to begin with. Most of the time they're not even on equipment. Yeah, this sells for only 105 gold, the Fairy Dragon. Flowstone Overseer for 130. Okay, I guess. What does this do? Flash and Vigilance. Apparently, like, that's it. That sells for, surprisingly, quite a bit for a common. I mean, I could, if I'm desperate, if I'm really desperate to just win, I could always play, like, 2 of the Library of Alexandria, just to make this even easier. Nothing saying I can't just do that. $6.95 for Sylvos Rogue Elemental. Wow. Storm Elemental. I don't even think I've seen that one before. Shapeshifter ain't worth much. Not surprised. Not surprising to see it isn't worth much. Mercenary Knight for 215. Okay, sure. I don't even know how this got in my collection. Or that. Probably must have just won these cards off of random opponents. And not really been paying attention as to, like, actually seeing what I won. Ten creatures. Barely enough to justify throwing an equipment in here. One of them has double strike, though. So that would be nice. That would be cool. Factoring in how one of them's got double strike. This would be definitely, like, by far the best to use against decks with... Yeah, decks with a bunch of small creatures, this would be insanely good at just cleaning them up. Ideally, throw this on something that's hard to block, like any creature with flying, depending on what the opponent's playing. And yeah, this would just be stupidly good at just cleaning up boards of small creatures with the second ability. So over there, blue cards. I don't know, I really want to try and get my hands on... Okay, over here, instance. Also here, instance. Black cards over here. Instance there. Barely have any amulets to my name. Also that's why he's running away. No, I can't even seem to accept tribute, I just have to duel him anyways. I guess I will just duel him one more time. Dungrove Elder. Okay, now if I want to just draw cards, I can do just that. Okay. Okay, now I don't got white mana, apparently. I didn't tap my stuff right. Okay, I guess you'll keep that. Pass. I'll just chump block with the Delver at this point. At least that's the plan, yes. Alright, now let's actually gain some life back. Pass. Well, I still have no choice but to block. I'll make you sacrifice your creature then. Easy peasy. South of Windlass Glade. Small green creatures. Am I anywhere near that? Windlass Glade, am I anywhere close? It does not look like it. No, not quite. We can just think about this some other day at this point. Anyways, yeah, let's just leave the deck as it is currently, not really touch it. Save and take another break from this.